Yo, what's good, people? It's First Space here. Now, today, I think I might have a little insight when it comes to cursed swords and how they might affect swordsmen and things like that. Now, I don't have too much facts behind it. I just noticed something that was pretty interesting in Dressrosa. Now, the thing I noticed with Cavendish is that his eyes look a lot similar to Mihawk's when he is in that Hakuba state or mode. Now, Mihawk's eyes are always like that, but Cavendish only has those eyes when he has full control over Hakuba. So the way I saw is that Mihawk has full control over his sword or like spirit or whatever swordsman ability he has full control over it. I don't really know if the Yoru is cursed, but it probably is, to be honest, because it's a top grade sword. It probably cursed. I'm not sure if it's cursed, but there's a lot of speculation going around that. Now, the thing with cursed swords is that they're usually stronger than regular swords. So the stronger the curse, the stronger the sword. But there's also a downside to that, whereas the stronger the curse, the easier it is for you to actually get possessed by the sword. Because when Zoro bought the Sandai Kitetsu, I think it's Sandai Kitetsu from the shop guy in Log Town, he didn't want to sell it because people that had the sword beforehand had they eventually go mad and they eventually kill themselves or die in some type of mysterious way. So he didn't want to sell it to Zoro. So that kind of shows like you have to be pretty strong-willed to possess one of these top tier cursed swords. Now, Cavendish is obviously inexperienced at the moment, but he had a little control over Hakuba in Dressrosa, but not completely. He had that half and half where one face was like grayed out and one face was his normal skin tone. And the eyes on the left side was blue, but the eyes on his right side, the side he can control, was like Mihawk's. Like he had that Mihawk's eye, which was kind of weird. I don't know if Oda like planned this or it's just coincidence. I don't know. Now, it is said that Cavendish has this like alter ego thing going on, but I think it's probably related to his sword, his swordsmanship. It probably correlates to that from the way I've seen so far anyways. Swordsmen in One Piece, like they have their own unique fighting style. It's not regular fighting style. It has to do something with their swords, whether it's cursed or not, or whether it's like a great sword. There's a lot of possibilities that could happen when it comes to swordsmen. So I think it's very possible that Durandal, I think that's the name of the sword, is cursed, or it doesn't have to be cursed. Like you could have a regular sword and that sword could have potentially give you some abilities. But yeah, I don't think Cavendish can control like whatever special ability his sword gives him. Also, Hakuba also comes with benefits. Cavendish uses Hakuba because it grants him high speeds apart from his regular base stats. So Mihawk having the title or epithet as Hawk Eyes might possibly mean like he has some like sharp eyes or like crazy observation, which is like top tier in the One Piece verse, because Mihawk, like from what it seems like, he has one of the best observation feats in the series, to the point where he can like see everything. So he spotted Luffy from afar in the midst of everybody in the war and basically pinpointed Luffy from like a mile away and like cut him. So Mihawk's observation is definitely on point. I'm not going to say it's on par with Fuji, but he's definitely next in line. So Mihawk's demon sword or spirit in the sword probably grants him like crazy observation and really like sharp eyes. So there could be a lot of correlations there where the sword gives you this ability and you can like use it as far as you can control it. And it's not only just one ability, there could be possibly other abilities you can gain from the swords as well. So I don't think it's just limited to one ability. It's also the same for Shiryu. When he was released, he cut those guards as soon as they set him out, and he said he was sorry. He made it seem like he didn't want to do it willingly, and the sword made him do it. So it might be a cursed sword or not, which affects him in some type of way. Again, it doesn't have to be a cursed sword. It could be just a great sword that grants the user specific traits. Like Cracker was saying something about how his pretzel has no peers, and it was unique in some type of aspect, but he never displayed it because he got beaten by Luffy quite early. But he was saying things like his swords has something that other swords don't have. So these top tier, I think they call them Meito, these top tier swords have like specific unique abilities or traits that grants the user. Now, I'm not saying the sword makes the swordsman who he is. No, I don't think so. It's the swordsman who make the sword what it is. So I feel like everybody has their own specific unique traits when it comes to swordsmanship. And Zoro, who has 3 swords, could possibly hint at him having many different abilities other than his regular stuff. So perhaps each sword gives him unique traits. For example, Sandai Kitetsu might give him like an enhanced physical strength. The Shisui he got from the swordsman in Thriller Bark might like enhance his spiritual manifestation, and the Wado Ichimonda or Ichimonji, I don't know what you call it, yo, but that might like increase his slicing power when it comes to swordsmanship. So it might not be exactly what it is, but you know, something very similar in that aspect. So but yeah, that's about it. Now the whole thing with Mihawk and Cavendish having like similar eyes, take that as a grain of salt, because it might just be pure coincidence that Oda drew them like that. I don't think it's a coincidence though, because they have that similarity, man. There's nothing that's coincidence in One Piece. Everything just fits in the way Oda wants it to fit in. So I feel like I might be wrong on this whole thing. It's just a coincidence, but I just found it quite interesting. I just want to give my take on it. But anyways, guys, comment down below, like, subscribe. It's Pharaoh, and I will see you later. Peace.